Chang and Enu Bunker. They were from Siam. They were Thai, which is where we get the name Siamese Twins. They were discovered by a Scottish merchant. And one day he was on a boat and he saw them swimming, and he really first thought they were like a strange animal. But when they got up close and even spoke to him, he immediately saw the economic opportunity. It's unknown if their mother sold them into slavery or if it was really just a normal unfair contract. They would get nude to show that they were actually conjoined. They would do, just different tricks to show their strength. However, over time, they began to have a more dignified show and speak in English and just have conversations with the audience. After 10 years of performing, they would develop such a fortune that they were said to have about $3.5 million, and they were retired to North Carolina. They would live normal lives, such normal lives that they would have a plantation and even have slaves. They married some local women that were sisters and had 21 children altogether between the both of them. The way they would share their family is they had 2 separate homes, and they would split their time 3 days at a time, and the brother that was at his home would be in charge, while the other brother would literally say nothing. He would not argue, even if he didn't like the way things were going. He would just let his brother have his time to shine. Basically lived in luxury until the Civil War. When it was the Civil War, of course, they had a plantation and slaves, so they were on the side of the Confederacy. They loaned a lot of money to the Confederacy. So when the Confederacy lost, they lost a lot of that money as well as the slaves that they had. After they lost a lot of their money and their slaves in the Confederacy, they tried to go back on tour, but people were not feeling them the same way. People would say they had slaves that were the same color as them, and how they had slaves and treat their slaves so negatively. At the age of 62, Ang would die of bronchitis, and as soon as his brother was told, and I don't know why they would have to tell him, because I would assume he's right there and he would know, but they say that when he was told that his brother died, he was like, I'm following very shortly after him, and yes, a few hours later he would pass away as well. I was completely shocked in the story of Enu and Chang Bunker, because I just was shocked that the Siamese twins would have slaves. They were mismanaged themselves, so I just think that it's crazy that they turned around and had their own plantation and treated the people badly. I understand that it was a part of the culture at that time, but just to know, money really can change you, Siamese twin or not, okay? I was just shocked. I'm like, what?